Hey, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy Tropical NHL back at it again for a brand new YouTube video. Today we're here again to talk about the Montreal Canadiens. Earlier today we talked about Uri Slafkovsky and what should the Canadiens do to help him develop. If you want to go watch this video, I invite you guys to go do it. But today and right now we're going to be talking about the NHL N3 draft that's coming in a couple of weeks. The Montreal Canadiens will be at the draft lottery in a couple of days, so it's going to be really interesting following this. By the way, if you don't want to miss my reaction of it, I'm going to be live streaming my reaction to the draft lottery. I strongly suggest you to subscribe. We're trying to get to 5K before the summer. 70% of people watching aren't subscribed, so if you want to help me out with that and get daily Habs content, I strongly suggest you to subscribe to the channel. Let's try and get 100 likes on this video as well, even though it's not really some good news. I don't have any good news for you guys today. We're going to be talking about Matvei Michkov, because apparently by Stéphane Leroux, and I know a lot of you guys don't like Stéphane Leroux. You say he doesn't know anything. You say that he doesn't have any infos, man. Come on. The guy's been around junior hockey, been around the drafts for like 30 years. He has some contact. Yes, when sometimes he gives his opinion, it's kind of like meh, but like right now he's just repeating what he's hearing in the Habs management and in the Habs scouting. Like, he knows scouts, he knows a lot of people around the Habs. So like, I agree sometimes he says some dumb stuff, but right now he's not giving an opinion. He's just repeating what he's hearing, and he has some contact in scouts and throughout the NHL and junior hockey and around that globe. So yes, he said that the Montreal Canadiens, no matter where they are drafting and no matter where Matvei Michkov is available, they are not going to be touching the guy. So I know there's a lot of people on the channel that want the Montreal Canadiens to take a chance on Matvei Michkov. I'm one of them. I made an entire video talking about this a couple of weeks ago. But apparently the Canadiens don't even want to look at him. They don't even want to touch him. And he said that he is a paquet trouble for the people that speak French on the channel. There's just too much problem with the guy for the Montreal Canadiens to draft him. And it reminds me of a little something. Some of you guys might be too young to remember that, but in 2010, the Montreal Canadiens were drafting at the 21st overall spot. They drafted Jarred Tinordi, and there was a controversial Russian player that was still available in Yevgeny Kuznetsov, and the Montreal Canadiens decided to not touch him because, again, he was a paquet trouble, too much problem, and look how things turned out. Yevgeny Kuznetsov was a huge part of the Washington Capitals winning the Stanley Cup in 2018, and Jarred Tinordi turned out to be absolutely nothing in the National Hockey League. So the more time passes, the more people change in the Habs management. It's always the same thing. It's kind of weird. So yes, if the Canadiens get the 7th overall and Matvei Michkov is still available, for Stéphane Leroux and for a lot of people around the community that I've talked with, the Canadiens are not taking Matvei Michkov, and it's crazy to me. For me, Matvei Michkov is the best available player after Connor Bedard. If there are no issues with Russia, with all the geopolitics, with his situation with his father and all of that, he would probably be in the conversations for the 1st overall because he is at that same level as Connor Bedard. Not saying he's gonna have a better career than Bedard. I think that Bedard is a more complete player, but he is a franchise generational talent just like him. I know there's a lot of uncertainties about Matvei Michkov. Will he ever come to the National Hockey League? Some people say he might not, but for me personally, I think he will. Will it be in 1 year? Will it be next year? Will it be in 2, 3, 4, 5 years? I have no idea, but he will come to the NHL at some point, I think personally. And if you get the opportunity to draft the guy, you need to take it. If he comes this 4 years, who cares? You're going to get a generational talent entering a lineup right when you're going to be starting to compete for a Stanley Cup. That's exactly what we want, just like the Minnesota Wild. They were developing players. They were like trying to make a quick reset. Kaprizov came in, bang. Franchise player, generational player, getting 100 points every season. You have the opportunity to do the same thing with Matvei Michkov. I'm not saying that if you get 1st or 2nd overall to draft him, but if you get 6th or 7th and he's still there, if you pass on the guy, you're just stupid. And it's just crazy to me to think about that the could consider drafting David Reinbacher before drafting Matvei Michkov, even if he's still available. That's wow. That's wow. Yeah, I know a lot of comments will say, bro, it's Stéphane Leroux, chill. He's not the only one that's been saying that. Apparently, the Canadiens don't want to touch Michkov, and it's been like that for months. The Canadiens don't want to touch Michkov, and he's not the first person to say it. There's a lot of people that have said it, and I think that it's reliable. Personally, when I've talked to people on Twitter as well, close to that community, they've said the same thing to me. I think we can't forget Matvei Michkov in Montreal. I think personally that the Montreal Canadiens are going to be drafting the Libor Dvorsky or David Reinbacher. Those are the two main guys. In my personal opinion, that's going to happen. I mean, Bedard or Fantilli if they get in the top two, but if they don't get in the top two, it's going to be either Dvorsky or Reinbacher. With his performances at the U18 championship, Will Smith is now a top 3 pick locked in my opinion. Well, depending on where Michkov go, Leo Carlson might still be available, but yeah, I don't think he will. I really do think that Dvorsky and Reinbacher are the two guys that the Montreal Canadiens are looking at right now. So yeah, let me know what you guys all think about this. Do you guys agree with the Habs? Do you guys don't? Do you guys want Michkov? Do you guys think that they are doing the right thing by not taking him? Let me know in the comments below. Share, subscribe, leave a like, do anything as you want, and I'll see y'all later for another video. Have a nice rest of your day, and bye-bye.